You're charged with the offense in count 2 of indecency with a child by contact. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. 2022 CR 7206, State of Texas versus Judah Castillo. Can I have the parties announced for the record for the state?
Brittany Mitchell for the state.
Defense,
Johnny Cisneros.
are you Mr. Castillo?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, have you received all the discovery in this case?
Have, Your Honor.
And did you review that with your client?
I did.
Mr. Castillo, I'm showing you what's entitled application for deferred adjudication. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Showing you what's entitled true bill of indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Your Honor, we are proceeding on count 2 and we'll waive the remaining counts.
Any objection?
No objections, Your Honor.
Showing you what's entitled court admonishments and defendants waivers and affidavit of admonitions. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you're charged with the offense in count 2 of indecency with a child by contact? Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court doesn't follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication? Thank you. If for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine.
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
He has, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
He does, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent, was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I believe he was, Your Honor.
Mr. Castillo, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, Your Honor.
Satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, Your
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand the state is proceeding on count 2? They're recommending deferred adjudication and chapter 62 registration. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense? Is that the plea?
It is, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Showing you the paragraph entitled waiver of appeal paragraph. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, off the record. Excuse me. This is not fun time. You all are not allowed to communicate with each other. Do you understand? That's either yes or no. All right, if there's talking in the box between inmates in the box or with you, with people in the audience, what's going to end up happening is you're going to get sent back and maybe we'll see you next year. Does everybody understand? All right, we're back on the record. Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? Oh, I'm sorry, where was I?
The only items that can be filled are written pretrial motions.
Thank you. Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you outside the plea bargain agreement. State is requesting that your deferred adjudication be for 7 years. There be no contact with the complainant. Tap and evaluation and follow all recommendations. And of course, you'll be in the sex offender unit. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State any evidence?
Your Honor, we have the state's exhibit number 1 and all attachments.
Any objection?
No objections, Your Honor.
Showing you what's entitled waiving consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand today that the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. Court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you applied for deferred adjudication. All right. State, are we proceeding on sentencing?
We'd like to proceed today, Your Honor.
All right, so what is the reasoning behind this offer, State?
Your Honor, the defense and I have been conferring for a while, and there are certain issues that came about in our negotiations where the end result is, I believe that this agreement is the best result for all parties involved.
All right, and is the complainant aware of this? And is the complainant's family aware of this?
Yeah.
All right, are you employed?
Yes, ma'am.
Who are you staying with?
I stay with my grandmother and my girlfriend.
Children in that household?
Ma'am.
And is that girlfriend the same mother who's in this case or someone different?
Somebody different.
Is she expecting a child or no? All right, this is what the court will do. Court will sentence you to 7 years deferred adjudication. There's to be no contact with minors. There's to be Chapter 62 registration. Sex offender unit. I can't give you community service hours because there's no community service hours that will accept community service hours from you or that will allow you to work your community service hours. I'm going to do regular UAs, regular reporting, field visits, and I know they do field visits, but can you make sure that they don't have any children in the household? All right, thank you. And we'll do field visits 2 times per month. Proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home healthcare provider or with minors. Probation, is there anything else? Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
So that's my question.
No, I'm sorry.
Do you need anything else from the court to be successful?
No, Your Honor.
Showing you what's entitled Child Court Certification of Defendant Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document? All right. I'm going to want CPS compliance if applicable. All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
No.
All right, if there's something that is not being addressed with probation, you need to let the court know. And I know you know, or you should know, that there is to be no internet access without permission. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, if there's nothing else, probation will go over conditions with you.
Can I ask my client a couple of questions?
Yes. And we're still on the record.
Mr. Castilla, I have explained to you the difference between deferred adjudication and probation.
All right, y'all need to whisper. Yes.
And on the deferred adjudication, as I explained to you, and correct me if I'm wrong, I told you that on deferred adjudication, if you successfully complete the probationary period, your probation would be, your case would be dismissed, correct? You understand that?
Yes, sir.
And you have to continue to register for the rest of your life.
Yes, sir.
But I also told you, did I not, that if you don't successfully complete the probationary period, like Your Honor told you, that you could be sentenced up to 20 years in the penitentiary, even though we've agreed to a 7-year probationary term.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you're okay with that, like the way Judge ordered?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you so much. 1022 CR 6639, State of Texas versus Robert Lee Luna. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason, you're ahead, Your Honor.
Defense?
Will Brooks for Mr. Luna.
All right.
Oh, that's it.
Oh, okay. All right, and are you Mr. Luna?
Yes, ma'am.
We're here for sentencing. You entered a plea of no contest on February 2nd. According to the plea bargaining agreement, punishments be assessed at a cap of 6 years. There's a $1,500 fine and the state opposes your application. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report, state?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes, Judge.
Any objections to the PSI report, state?
No, Your Honor.
Defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Any witnesses, state?
No, Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes, Judge, if I may, I'd like to call for the defendant and his mother, and I'd like to start out with his mother's, Miss Joanne Sandoval. I mean,
All right, Ms. Sandoval? All right, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, I'm gonna need you to speak up, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, that's good. Can you state your name for the record?
Joanne Sandoval.
All right, defense?
Morning, Miss Sandoval. Are you nervous?
Yes,
You ever done anything like this before?
no,
Okay, that's okay. You know why we're here today, correct?
yes,
And essentially, judge has a decision to make as to whether you're going to grant Robert probation or send him to prison for a number of years, correct? Can you tell me a little bit about Robert's upbringing?
I've been a single parent ever since. Robert has a love, you know, he's just a lovable kid, you know, since he was small. His dad was never in the picture, so I was mom and dad.
All right, everybody in the box, you all are gonna have to whisper, and people in the audience, please whisper, because we are on the record.
I was a mom and dad for him. He never had a dad, a father figure. So it was hard for me to try and talk to him as a dad, you know, and a mom.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but what was the situation with his father?
His father had been a drug addict ever since, never in the picture. Recently, I want to say like 6 months before he passed, he came into Robert's life, but it was already too late. Robert was already grown, with no father figure, just whatever I had to tell him that it was good, bad, and me being a mom, I don't know too many about what men do think or what. So it was a rough upbringing for him, you know. Couldn't come to me with man thing because he's a man and I'm a woman.
Now, let me ask you this. Have you been in Robert's life consistently up to
Yes.
today?
Up until today.
And
Yes, ma'am.
that would include when he's been to the federal penitentiary before, correct?
Yes, I've always been by his side.
And, you know, he's made some bad decisions in the past, right?
Very bad, yes.
Okay. You know, what he's pled to in this case, possessing that firearm, correct?
Yes.
And were you upset at him about this?
Very upset. Yes, yes.
Why is that?
Oh, he had no reason to be out. He had no reason to be out there.
Where should he have been?
He should be home. Home.
Why is that?
The kids, you know, he has a responsibility of being at home with us. There's 3 little ones involved. I'm a heart patient, and it's just a constant reminder he needs just to stay home and take care of the family.
And since being arrested for this charge, have you seen any changes in Robert?
A lot, very, very much.
What types of changes?
Thinks twice before he does anything. He'll ask me, like, we talk, and he talks a lot more now than he will.
Is he making better decisions these days?
Yes,
How so?
everything. He has an 11-year-old, and he talks to him now. He makes sure he knows what's good, what's bad. Before it was just like, okay, it's just kids, but now he's like really in there. He's got a brand new baby, and he's trying to learn how to change pampers and feed, and he's been good.
Would you like to see Judge grant probation for him?
Yes, yes, I would.
In your opinion, do you think he can be successful?
Oh, yes.
No further questions, Judge. I'll pass the witness at this time.
Any questions?
No questions, Your Honor.
All right, I just have a few questions if there are no objections.
No objection.
All right, thank you so much for coming. I'm looking at your son's history. And I'm assuming you've always been in his life. Is that correct?
Yes.
Did you notice any changes after he had the federal case in regards to firearms?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming.
Judge, I'd like to call the defendant if I may.
All right, you can raise your right hand for me. Do you solemnly swear or affirm a testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
My name is Robert Luna.
All right, defense.
Thank you, Judge. Robert, you know the judge has a decision to make, correct?
Yes, yes, sir.
By all accounts, she should send you to prison based on the history. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And tell me why you want this court to grant you probation.
Well, I would love to be granted probation just due to the fact I have a lot of responsibilities, which I always do. I have a newborn daughter. We learn how to change her diapers because feel awkward changing a girl's diaper. So I'm learning that. And just basically I can teach my son right from wrong. I mean, a lot of us make bad decisions and we get incarcerated. And it's kind of hard to teach our children from behind walls because, like how my mom said, it's kind of hard, like a single mom, to control an average male nowadays. You know, there's so much social media and everything gets destroyed.
Robert, you know you made a decision that night, correct?
I made a bad decision.
Whose fault is that?
That's my fault.
Where should you have been?
I should have been at home with my son. At that moment, I had a newborn son, and I just had a newborn daughter. She's about to be 2 months on the 8th of April.
And in the past, you've had probation for a felony offense.
Yes, sir.
Correct. And is that a state offense or federal offense?
It was a state offense.
And did you complete that successfully?
Yes, sir.
And did you also have federal supervised release?
Yes, sir.
And did you complete that successfully?
Yes, sir.
So ask the name, George.
Sing.
Yes, you were caught with a gun, right?
Yes, sir.
Why did you have that gun?
It was in my vehicle in the glove compartment. At the time and moment, leaving the bar, I had no acknowledgement that it was in there. It was in there with the female that I was dating at the moment. I didn't know that she had it in there. As I reversed, they stopped the vehicle. It claimed ownership of my car, which claims ownership of what's ever in there, and that's where we're at today, sir.
So, pled no contest to this, is that right?
Yes, sir.
You're saying that you didn't have any knowledge of this gun at all?
Everyone, please whisper.
At first, I didn't. I mean, I didn't know she brought it. She had told me that she was, but I did not know completely. But I still take full responsibility because it is my vehicle, and I knew better to double check on any circumstances that anybody comes in my vehicle because of my past history and things that I have going on in my life.
No further questions, John.
All right, I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
So you have a newborn daughter?
Yes, ma'am.
How old is she?
She's gonna be 2 months on on April 8th.
And you have a newborn son?
He's 60 months.
All right. I'm assuming are these different people or the same?
No,
people?
the same mother.
Okay, because when you said newborn, I thought it was the same. Okay.
No, I have 6 boys, two with her that she has separate, 4 of my own, and then our daughter. So she's our new addition.
All right. Any other questions?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
No, Judge, not at this time.
All right. Any other witnesses?
No, Judge, just argues.
All right. Court will hear argument.
Your Honor, in respect to the criminal history, certainly he's been sent to prison before. No question about that, Judge. In reviewing that criminal history, though, and the matrix of it, it's not as significant as many of my clients at this juncture, at this stage. Your Honor, he did have a deferred adjudication, I believe, for a theft case, which he completed, and then the federal arrests and cases that he pled and accepted responsibility for appear to be contemporaneous from the PSI, Your Honor. As far as upbringing, Judge, his mother raised him. It appears the father had suffered from heroin addiction, would do things like take their property, pawn it. So unfortunately, I think that's difficult in of itself, but some of these criminal behaviors get imprinted on young person's minds. I think he has a desire and a willingness to change, Judge. Certainly, we're asking you to take a chance on him. I know at first glance, there's no reason you should give this individual probation, but I'd ask the court to consider that. In respect to his family, Judge, he himself, he said 6 children, but I think he's coloring, taking responsibility from his current partners, some of her children. He has 4 kids. He pays child support for the oldest of those children, Judge, and then the other ones live with him currently. So they're in his custody, care, and control. The PSI indicates he's not gang related or affiliated, Judge, which is something, given that he's been to the penitentiary before. I think that's important. He meets the criteria for both alcohol and cannabis abuse, Judge. We talked a bit about that. Although he doesn't view that as a problem, I do know, anything, even marijuana, can be something that's an addiction and something for us to turn to. So I would ask the court to consider that and consider his need for treatment. It's something that hasn't been tried before in the past. Previously, I think for the theft case, and I know for the federal situation, didn't undergo any form of treatment for that type of addiction, if it is such, Your Honor. If the court's not inclined to grant this application, Judge, I would simply ask the court to consider coming underneath that cap and assessing an appropriate punishment. It was a terrible decision, a bad situation. We talked at length about when you have young family, the last place you need to be is out at night with the gun in the car. So that's my request, Judge, and that's the request.
All right, state.
The state's just relying on the PSI and the prior history of the accused in this case, Your Honor.
All right, the court will find you guilty. Court will send you to prison. Give you credit for any time served, $1,500 fine, time and money run concurrent. And the court will sentence you to 2 years prison. Showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. You're the only person, well, you're the second person who's been able to do that. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it? Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. I want to let you know that I did listen to your mother's testimony. I did listen to your defense counsel in the state. I did take into consideration in sentencing you that you have young children. I know you may think this is the end, but your children will still be in the toddler age once you are released. And you need to start making better decisions when you have a chance and there are no consequences. Do you understand? All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Judge. May we be excused?
Yes.